everybody. I don't know if there's going to be anyone here. I just realized I scheduled at the same time as Brian, so apologies for that. Hey Jojo, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I was just going to do probably a quick one, maybe like a half an hour or something, because I've been kind of holding on to this story for a while. I've been in the middle of making a video. Oh wow, Susan P, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Lovely. Thank you. Appreciate you. So basically, sorry, that was a lot. ADHD, slow down. Welcome. But I've been hanging on to a story for a while that is based in Japan, and I was doing a whole editing thing on my phone. I haven't been doing lives as much lately. Haven't really felt like it. I've been having a few health problems and personal problems and all sorts, and I don't really like being on camera anyway. But so I started making it on my phone and editing it, and I just got to the point where I was like, oh, I just want to get it out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play about 7 minutes of what I've made, and then we'll just talk about the rest, because I think it's an important story to tell. So I will put it on. I'm going to figure out how to. StreamYard's all changed and everything. Let's see. We can find it. Okay, it should be there. Share. It feels really weird to be live. I haven't been live for so long. Let's see if that's showing. Whoops. Okay. Just let me know if you can hear it. And thanks, Susan P. Honestly, hey, Irish, how you doing? I am looking at branching out into possibly Adelaide or Sydney at some point. Big plans coming up, hopefully, but nothing set in stone at the moment. But yeah, I will keep you posted. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to put this on for you.
G'day, beautiful people. My name's T, and this is Voice Down Under. Welcome to my channel. If you are not already subscribed, please make sure you are. It would really help me out in exposing the abuses of cults around Australia. Today, I'll be reporting on some shenanigans that have been going on in Japan, as Japan comes under the umbrella of what Scientology calls Aosh Anzo. So Aosh Anzo is located in Sydney, and it's the headquarters of Scientology for the whole of Australia, New Zealand, Oceania, and other Asian countries such as China, Japan, Taiwan, and the rest of Southeast Asia. I wanted to bring this story to light to show that Scientology can affect everyone, even non-members. It can greatly affect the vulnerable and employees of their businesses. So let's jump right in. So today we're going to Chiba, Japan, to see what's allegedly been going on in this elderly care home. If you know anything about Scientology's inner workings and their doctrines, then this will sound very familiar to you. This is a case that moved through both the Chiba District Court and the Tokyo High Court. And in both rulings, the worker won. But the most troubling part isn't the firing itself, it's the reason behind it, the system behind it, and the documented behaviour that echoes Scientology's internal disciplinary structure and fair game policy almost step by step. To get the information for this story, I had to go through Japanese court records, speak to previous employers. I spoke to a Japanese YouTuber who was covering the case, and I don't speak Japanese and they didn't speak English. So it was fun going through websites, hundreds of social media posts and translating. So it's to the best of my knowledge as accurate as possible. This story comes from the town of Sakura in the Chiba prefecture in Japan. Tokiwa no Mori is a 24-hour care facility for highly dependent elderly residents. It's operated and comes under the umbrella of the Daisan Social Welfare Corporation. On paper, it employs around 100 staff, but according to people who work there, the real number is much lower because staff frequently quit or run away. As well as a nursing home, Daisan also own a childcare facility and a home care service. In this case, the plaintiff was a staff member of the care home facility. Inside the facility is an on-site kitchen and cafe area known as Morino Cafe. This is where the plaintiff worked. She was employed as a cook, preparing meals for the elderly residents who rely entirely on staff for safe, appropriate food. The director and in-house doctor insist on the food being as healthy and natural as possible, and the employee took great pride in her work, and she was initially highly valued and praised by management. According to court findings, problems began when Scientology entered the workplace. There are 3 main perpetrators in this case, and they are all practicing Scientologists. The first one's name is Hiroko Yokoyama, the facility director and a corporate director within the organization. Her Scientology completions include professional TRs, professional metering, solo auditing, L11 rundown, and OT preps. So these courses are quite high up. It shows that she's a dedicated Scientologist, and she would be in deep when it comes to the brainwashing. She's also a member of CCHR, which is a Scientology front group, which means she is anti-psychiatry. The second character out of 3 who were doing the worst is Dr. Noguchi. Mr. Noguchi is also a Scientologist. He has gone clear, he's done the L11s and some other high-up levels. He's also a lifetime member of CCHR, and he did some training at a rehab centre in Australia. Answers on a postcard if you can guess which one that was. When he was finished with all that nonsense, he returned to Japan and opened his own health clinic. And alongside that became the on-site doctor for the care facility. His website uses the same overly enthusiastic tone as Scientology marketing. He goes around to schools and other organisations to lecture with drug-free world materials and promoting Scientology's infamous front group, Narconon, in Japan, which has reportedly been responsible for a number of deaths. He also promotes a cramming school called Sanity, which uses study tech, a teaching method made up by Scientology's founder, L. Ron Hubbard. Well, he didn't actually make it up, he stole it off someone else. But anyway, the owner of this school is a high-up-level Scientologist who has been to Flag and has been talking about opening even more schools throughout Japan. Anyway, I digress. Back to the doctor. Dr. Noguchi has publicly stated opposition to psychotropic drugs and has promoted removing people from psychiatric medication. Policies on the care home's website emphasize reducing or removing psychotropic drugs from its residents, which is extremely concerning given the vulnerability of elderly people, especially those with dementia. The third person is Satsuki Nakamura, and she works in the childcare facility part of Daizan. She's very high up on the bridge to total freedom in Scientology, reaching OT7, and she works at the Hongo Dianetics mission, lecturing and auditing people. It is common in Scientology for mission staff to moonlight in outside jobs because church pay is extremely low. Nakamura fits that pattern. According to the plaintiff, these 3 individuals formed a powerful internal bloc. Some staff were fully committed Scientologists. Others did not want to join, but complied completely out of fear, self-preservation, or career survival. Dissenters were excluded. The plaintiff said she was initially praised and valued. That changed after she was given a Scientology book and a DVD by Okoyama around late October. She was encouraged to learn about Scientology and Hubbard's teachings. She went home, researched it, and became alarmed. Scientology is widely regarded as dangerous, coercive, and cult-like. She formally refused. She wrote a letter explaining that she could not accept religious recruitment in the workplace and returned the materials.
Hang on, sorry. Yeah, so, oh, hang on a minute. What does that say? Okay, so hi T, how could he open a medical clinic as Scientologists are not allowed? Yeah, so it's, I mean, you can look up his website. I will put the links in. You can, so what a lot of Scientologists do is they'll get like they'll train up as a chiropractor. They can, some of them will take like painkillers and stuff like that. It's more psychotropic drugs that they refuse or think that are evil or whatever. And his clinic seems to be kind of, he does a lot of blood testing. His website is kind of, you know, it's got like success stories and natural, there's a lot of naturopaths as Scientologists, especially in the UK. Yeah, so I'm presuming it's something like that. And then he works for this care home as well. And like, it's so bad. Like, the more I was digging into it, they hold like these like gambling nights with the oldies, and to get money out of them. And he also does a lot of kind of presentations of Scientology material. The boss, the director, Yoko Uma, I think her name is. I'm probably butchering these Japanese names, so I apologize for anyone who is Japanese that may be watching. So yeah, Okoyuma is the director, and so basically, I'll just kind of recap what it said in the video. She asked, so there's a number of Scientology staff, which I don't know whether they've joined by choice or, have felt like they haven't had a choice. People have been threatened that if they don't follow the Scientology like directions, because like what it all comes down to is, so you have WISE, right, which is worldwide international. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. Now I've forgotten what it is, but it's a Scientology front group, and they provide support and planning and stuff for businesses all around the world. And you register with them, and you have to give 10%, I believe it is, to WISE, which goes into Scientology. So, and it's all based on Hubbard. What's it called? Sorry, I hate public speaking at the moment. Hubbard, got it all written down somewhere. What's it called? Hubbard Management Tech or something, It's all crap anyway that doesn't work. A lot of companies have gone bankrupt because of it. It's ridiculous, and so they're pushing that onto their staff. And if the staff don't want to accept it, they're being threatened. And they've also been like, if a staff member has a problem, they're auditing them. They have an e-meter at this care home, So it's pretty full on. And let me see where I am. I'm going to go back onto YouTube so I can. Whoops, sorry. I've got YouTube and StreamYard at the same time, just so I can look in the chat properly. Yeah, so you're over on the other live. I'm so confused. I don't know what is going on here. I don't understand this vertical and horizontal at the same time. So apologies. I look like half my face is missing on the. I can see two screens at the same time. Hello to everyone on vertical. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So where was I? So they're auditing staff members. They are pushing, so like she gave the staff member, the cook, a DVD and Dianetics and everything. Oh, thanks, Jojo. I should probably just not put the vertical on, but just trying to get more views. I'm trying to raise some money to actually go to either Sydney or Adelaide, because Adelaide, they've got their ideal org building, but that's another live. I'm going to do a whole live on the history of Scientology excuse me, in Australia, and go through all the different orgs and all of the legal stuff and when it was banned here and all of that. So I'll do that in another live. But yeah, going back to this story, so they're holding these like gambling nights. They are encouraging, this doctor comes in and he's encouraging the elderly to buy all of these like vitamins and health products and stuff like that. And they promote on their website that they want to wean all of their residents off psychotropic drugs, which, can you imagine? People with dementia, people with schizophrenia, all of that. Thanks for coming in, Angela. Yeah, it's just all Scientology like stuff. Hang on, I just need to cough. I need some Captain Davies tears. That's what's going on. So anyway, this one lady, this cook, she took the Dianetics home and looked into it all, and she was like, yeah, nah. She thought this is dodgy. She looked it up, heard that it was a bit of a cult or whatever, and she refused. And so she wrote a letter of like refusal. Anyway, when she wrote that letter, and she was in like the locker room or whatever, and I think she left the letter in her locker, and it's one of the staff members actually took it and shredded it. Like, what? So then she went to like the fair trading or the labor. Hang on, I've got some of it written down. Sorry. Yeah, so after watching the DVD she'd been given, she decided she couldn't accept the teachings, and she chose to protect herself. She informed the management that she didn't want to participate in Scientology. She explained that she was uncomfortable with the situation and couldn't accept the materials or the teachings being introduced to her, and she returned the book and the DVD. But she also wanted to formally document what had been given to her. So she wrote a letter addressed to the chairman of the organization, and in it she calmly explained that she'd been approached about Scientology by director Okoyoma, and that the situation made her uncomfortable. She placed the draft of that letter in the staff locker room before delivering it. But before it could reach the chairman, another employee saw the document. It was the head of the General Affairs Division, Mr. Sugimoto. Sorry. He was informed. He confronted her. He took the document from her and shredded it. I believe he held her in the room as well and locked the door and stuff and tried intimidating her. So then... So yeah, she's trying to raise concerns about religious pressure in the workplace, and after that happened, everything at work changed. She'd always been like highly valued by the management and stuff, and praised for her work. She was a really good worker, and what the director did was told other staff members to write reports about her behavior and her work attitude, like KRs, but they were false. So, and they started circulating in the care home. And later on, when she went to court, so they said like some weird stuff. I've got it all written down here. So she went to the labor place. They said, yes, you've got a case. She went to the Chiba district court. Yeah, Angela. Yeah, just like intimidation and stuff. And it's like, how do people think they're going to get away with this stuff? You can't treat people like that. But not everyone's going to stick up for themselves, and it gets worse. So she ends up going to court, and hang on, sorry. The courts examined them, and they found that they weren't objective. They weren't objective performance evaluations. They were collections of complaints, rumors, and personal impressions, many unrelated to her actual work. One accusation claimed that the plaintiff had thrown pots in the kitchen, and there was no evidence supporting that, and the courts rejected it. And she actually has like a condition, and her shoulder was kind of like deteriorating or something, and it wouldn't have been physically possible for her to throw these pots. Hey Jennifer, thank you for coming in. Nice to see you. Yeah, so that was proven. They sort of threw that out, and that she'd been previously praised for her skills. So when they reviewed, so I need my glasses. And the higher court later agreed with that assessment as well. The judges concluded that the reports were not neutral observations. They were documents created after the management had already decided that the plaintiff was a problem. Those reports were then used to justify disciplinary action. The plaintiff was presented with strict warning letters and asked to sign them, which she refused to do. The warnings were based on claims she believed were false and unfair, and she told Director Okoyoma that she intended to consult a lawyer. And shortly afterwards, the situation escalated again. She was suspended from work. So like that's unlawful in itself, you know, for no reason. The suspension had no clear time limit and no legitimate justification. It was imposed without proper procedure. So that's when she went to the Labour Standards Inspection Office, when inspectors later reviewed the situation, they confirmed that labour law violations had occurred. The facility had suspended the employment without paying the legally required leave allowance and without setting a proper period for the suspension. But the pressure didn't stop there. What's this? My accent's funny, I know, right? It's like I'm Scottish with an English accent, living in Australia, and I'm just a complete mongrel. So yeah. Also Japanese, what does that say? Sorry. Also Japanese Scientologist ruses in court. This, yeah, so they, I'm into that. Hang on. So, well, talking about it now, kind of. So, yeah, and another move that troubled the judges was the director began contacting the plaintiff's previous workplaces, like trying to find dirt. Like, who does that, you know? Hey, Athila, thanks for coming in, darling. Lovely to see you. Like, that's just dodgy as. The court records show that she called, I just said that. So to the judges, this appeared as an attempt to gather negative information, you know, after the fact to justify the dismissal. She got the dismissal. The employer attempted to justify by by claiming the plaintiff had poor work behaviour, interpersonal problems and conflicts with colleagues. But when the court examined those claims, they found they lacked factual support. The reports used to justify the dismissal were not reliable evidence, and the court concluded the reasons for dismissal had no, this is kind of repeating itself, and the plaintiff's employment status had to be recognised, and the employer was ordered to pay substantial compensation in unpaid wages and damages. So they were ordered to pay, I think it was like 1 million yen, you know, because this went on for a long time. Unfortunately, so that she won twice. She won in the Chiba District Court. She won in the Tokyo High Court. But what actually happened when it came to the final thing where she had to come in, she couldn't get in. She couldn't go in because of her health problems. And in Japan, they're quite like strict on that. If you can't make it, then they throw it out. And they ended up dismissing it all. But she did initially win those first 2 court cases, and they should have paid the money. But she's actually neurodiverse. She is autistic, and I think she just couldn't handle all of it, and she just sort of you know, I guess she could fight for it and everything, but the laws are different over there, you know, like with care homes and stuff, it's not as protected and like it is in Australia and the UK and things. They don't have that kind of, I don't know. But the reason, you know, the reason I wanted to highlight this is just to show another aspect of Scientology and how it affects not just orgs and missions, you know, it affects businesses. And that's what's happened here. And this person's life, you know, has been destroyed. You know, she loved her job. She loved her job. She has been unfairly dismissed. She's lost a lot of money. And even after she left, even after 4 years, I think 3 or 4 years of leaving, she has been getting fair gamed, like constantly, to the point where she's had to move house. So it's the same tactics. And that's, you know, that's what happens in wise companies. So a little bit about the management technology. So all the Scientologists are taught that Hubbard's management system is universally applicable. They are encouraged to apply these rules in their workplaces, and it includes several distinctive features. Employees are monitored through statistics and productivity targets. Staff members are encouraged to write reports about one another, you know, like knowledge reports. The system also includes internal discipline structure called ethics. So that probably when they get pulled into to get audited and stuff. I mean, she was told she needed to come in. She refused the auditing as well, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was coming in like I guess like on call kind of thing. Yeah, and like saying that he wanted to, you know, it says it on their website. I'll put the links in later for their website. But yeah, like saying that they don't encourage psychotropic drugs. They try, if you're a resident there, you'll be weaned off the drugs, and they have alternative, you know, treatments and all of this, you know, and then having these like seminars there promoting all of these natural things, and, you know, like, I know I'm going to have my friend Billy on soon, who his mother actually died. She had dementia. He wasn't told where she was for years, and he found her in a care home, and he was told that, or she was told that, you know, basically your thetan, I think it's something like your thetan isn't there anymore. It's just your body, and it's just waiting to be dropped, you know. So there's no point in like looking after it. And when he finally found her, she was dressed in rags. She didn't have any soap or anything. It was just awful, you know. So you can imagine this is a kind of a way that the Scientology possibly look at the elderly. So like, and they're running a care home. So, oh, there's my cat. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone knows anything about this Hubbard management tech. I think that's what it's called. But I've seen a lot of people. There's quite a few people on Reddit. Hey, Kathy, how you going? There's quite a few people on Reddit who have said, like, I've just worked for a Scientology company, and this is what happened, and talking about the ethics and, you know, just the way it's run. And I don't know about you, but every time I've heard about any companies that are run by Scientology or Scientology itself, it just seems like a lot of what's it called, like busy work, and just stupid. It's not very well run at all. Yeah, so it's it needs to be spoken about. It needs to be exposed. I don't know, you know, it was very hard to put this together and research, because you know, none of these people spoke English. So if anyone knows anyone that speaks Japanese and English, it would be great to see. You know, I've sent over some, because I'm in touch with someone that was involved with this. I've sent over like Scientology literature in Japanese that I translated and everything, but it would be really good to see if there's any. I have found a few activists on X that I need to get in touch with, but it's just a lot, you know. Some doctor tried to do that to me. I've had oxycodone as pain medication, and the doctor wanted me to take plant-based medication. What a laugh. Yeah. I don't think plant-based medication is going to work for pain. Oh my gosh. Thanks for trying out the vertical. Gosh knows what that looks like. I don't know. But yeah, thank you anyway. Yeah, so it's very worrying, very, very worrying. Just trying to see if there's anything else I wrote down. Yeah, like writing reports, that snitching culture. But maybe I will look into the actual tech, you know. And the doctor's he's a lifetime member of CCHR, so is the director. They all are. And there seems to be quite a few Scientologists in Japan, but you know, it all comes under ANZO. That's why I've got my name there. I've got the CLO of AOSH ANZO. So I'm the Continental Liaison Officer. This my friend said to me yesterday. Actually, it was Billy. He goes, you can be the Continental Liaison Officer for AOSH ANZO, because I'm like kind of trying to look at what's going on in this area. So Australia is the capital, the headquarters for the whole of you know, Australia, New Zealand, and Asia. Yeah, so it's but yeah, it's not okay to be bringing an e-meter and your religion and everything into a care home. Yeah, so I will finish that video off with all the photos and the video clips and everything, so it's a bit more comprehensive than me kind of rattling on. And I will post that up as well. But yeah, It's pretty shocking. So what does it say? Let me see. According to court findings, staff were exposed to Scientology teachings, pressured to engage with them, and disciplined when one employee refused. The plaintiff researched what she was being asked to participate in. She said no. Oh, this is just a recap. So, and when she refused, blah, 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 it began. Reports are written, da, da, da. Sorry, yeah. No, that's, it just, I don't know what I've done with my notes here. I'm just repeating. Yeah, so it just takes one person in charge that believes that Hubbard's system should override normal rules. You know, again, people thinking that they're above authority, above the law, is a very common theme in Scientology. Yeah. And you know, thank goodness this employer was brave enough to, or employee, sorry, was brave enough to speak out, you know, and hopefully it will encourage others to speak out. That's what we need. We need more people speaking out. You know, if there is anyone out there listening, you have a whole community here of people that want to support you, loving people, caring people that will have your back. So don't be afraid. Just make sure that you are fully, you know, you learn as much as you can to keep yourself safe. And if anyone ever wants to reach out, you know, myself and others are here to speak to or platform you or just talk to you behind the scenes. Yeah, and I think, you know, awareness is key. Yeah, we do. We all help. We do genuinely care. Yeah. We need some brave truth tellers. We do have a lot in this community. How come you're... Oh, no, hang on a minute. What am I doing? I need to get used to StreamYard again. But yeah, some plans coming up this year. I can't divulge anything yet, but there will be some stuff coming up. I need to have a group chat with my Aussie homies, see what we can get going. See if there's any starred comments. No, just, yeah, Super Pup, thank you for being a member for 14 months. I need to make some more badges because I think the OT level's only got to level 12 at the moment. I wasn't expecting anyone to be a member for longer than 12 months. But yeah, please, if you want to grab a membership, they're only like, I think they're $1.99, which is the cheapest cost, the cheapest price you can get on YouTube, and it all goes back to the channel, to StreamYard, which costs, I've got down to the lower one, I think it's like 50, it's like just under $50 a month for that, and then like editing apps and things like that. So yeah, there does seem to be a few more people coming out lately. I do have someone else hopefully coming up, who's quite newly out, that is going to speak up as well. But it's just, you know, slowly, gently, when they are ready to do it. Yeah, and it's so expensive, honestly. Oh, thank you, Susan P. Thanks, darling. Appreciate that. Oh. Thanks, darling. And we appreciate you and the community too. You're a huge supporter to everyone with your 6 devices. I saw Joe's song the other day. I'm not sure if it was an old video, but if I missed your birthday, happy birthday to Kathy. You are an absolute legend, as is everyone in this chat. You know, you're all brilliant. And yeah, I'll be streaming again soon. And thanks to Jojo as well for modding. And Fila, you're a mod as well. Just thank you so much. And Joe for always having the tunes there, you know, to keep everyone in good spirits and celebrate people's birthdays. And yeah, so we got Irish Ma as well. All these wonderful people in this community. Yeah, and at this point, I'm rambling. I haven't been going out. I really want to go out regularly on a Friday or a Saturday to Perth, but it's actually 104 degrees Fahrenheit today. It has been in Australia. It's really, really hot at the moment. I've got a fan on. I've got the aircon on in the other room. Yeah, love you too, Joe. I miss your face, girl. Oh, is that one? But yeah, I got loads more stuff coming up. I really want to kind of breakdown. You get so many people asking, how do people get into these cults, and how do they stay in, and how do they believe all this stuff, you know? And I think it's really important to keep repeating, you know, about mind control techniques, how that happens, so that people can, you know, try and understand and have a bit more compassion, because people are just like, oh, they're stupid for joining a cult. And it's, anyone can be sucked in by a cult, I believe, you know. Yeah, I'm not standing outside in 40 degrees, much to Scientology's delight. I'll have to come up with a, I don't know, because you can get those like little fans that you put around your neck, but then it would be really, really noisy for the stream. Or you can get ones that you put at the bottom of your back. I was thinking about getting one of them off like Timu or something. Yeah, I feel like that the Japan story was really short, and I've missed loads of stuff out. But yeah, I will finish that video, and then it'll be a bit more easier to digest. But yeah, it's just awful, you know. A lovely lady, enjoys her job. I think the director's dad was originally above her, and he used to keep her in check and say, no, you can't keep pushing the Scientology at work. And then she was, you know, he passed away, and then that was it. She just went rife with it, you know. Are they crap, are they? Yeah, but it would be near the microphone, and it would just be annoying for people to listen to, I think. Yeah, I've got a constant stream of sweat going down my arse crack in the Aussie summertime. Probably TMI, sorry guys. But yeah, it's disgustingly hot here. But yeah, okay, you've got one. Oh, okay. Well, I might try it out. I don't know. Hey, Powerlies, how you going? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, just going through the shenanigans of a Scientology run, a care home run by Scientologists in Japan. But yeah, no, you know what? Good on her. She won. She won in the district court. She won in the high court. But then, unfortunately, she didn't get her payout because she couldn't make it to the final. I don't know what you would call it. It wouldn't be a hearing. You know, like the finishing off thingamabobby. I'm not good with legal stuff at all. Yeah, and she missed out, and I think it's not as simple to make an appeal there. You know, I mean, you can't really appeal it. If you weren't there, you weren't there. They're quite sort of, they don't muck around with that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I miss Canada. I do miss Canada. I want to get back out there one day. And I just want to give a big shout out. I know she's not here at the moment, but Haggis did some amazing protesting in Canada. I think it was yesterday. What you saying, Afila? Yeah, that's a really good idea. Do you know what though? Before they had air cons in Australia, that's what they did on the station. Oh no, was that fridges? They had water with a towel or something. No, you put a towel over. If you put a towel over a fan, a wet towel over a fan, it's supposed to be better, or something to do with the towel. So you've got the right idea there, right? And I went off at a tangent when I was talking about something else, didn't I? And I've lost it. Yeah. So yeah, we got to look out for these other countries that other people don't speak about, because they all matter. They all matter, and it's all part of the same network of complete BS. And yeah, we are watching you. We're watching you, Scientology. I've got my own CLO alphabet title, and yeah, we're not mucking around. So yeah, we're just spreading awareness. We're not against your religion or any religion. We're against the abuses that go on within it. And this Hubbard tech for businesses is BS, in my opinion. So yeah, yes, eyes on you. All right, I'm going to go because it's 9:45 at night. I need to get some sleep, but I will try and get that video finished within the next, I'll say a couple of days, but it'll probably be a couple of weeks, and I'll post it up. And I will add links if you want to check out their website and stuff, just to have a nosy. It's quite interesting, and it's quite like it's the doctor's one. It's just like there's a link to Narcanon in Japan there. You can see him. He's into the CCAR. He does seminars on drug-free world. Yeah, so thanks, Kathy. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone, for coming in, and lovely to see you. And I will, should I put on a song for the way out? Let's see. How about a song? What have we not? I haven't uploaded any new ones. I put one of my old ones on. If you're still there, Power, I'll put on the one you like, that the word game, I think. I remember you liked that one. You said it was awesome last time you came here. I put it on, so I'm going to do that. All right. Lots of love, everyone, and I will see you soon. And take care of yourself and each other, as Jerry Springer would say. See ya.
Yo, Hubbard flipped verbs like fucking pancakes. Twisted the whole game till my brain aches. He's got my mind caught in a linguistic trap, selling bullshit that I can't take back. He took assist. That's helping, right? Nah, man, it's a scam. And assist is a noun, it's a part of the plan. To confront, that's just face-to-face shit. But in his world, it's a noun, what a load of it. Clear, that used to mean free, no strings. Now it's a price tag with a bell that rings. Release, nah, that ain't freedom, bro. It's a fucking checkpoint where your money flows. It's word fuckery, verbs to noun, semantic disease. Hubbard's playground is Scientology. No room for maybe, just certainty, please. He's selling you chains in the form of beliefs. Isness, existence, but no, that's a game. Doing this, being this, yo, what's in a name? He gutted verbs, left action in the dirt. Sold you the corpse with a smile, that's the hurt. To postulate a dream, that shit's been sold. Now it's a noun, a thought bought and controlled. They twisted motivate to motivate a man. So now your guilt's a product in the master plan. This ain't grammar, it's a power trip, you see. That rewiring your mind got you on your knees. Every noun's a chain, every verb's been erased. It's controlled through language, locking your place. No adjectives here, fuck that shit. No room for maybe or kind of, it's all legit. Rightness and wrongness, it's black and white lies. A world of absolutes where your soul dies. It's a language that traps you, that's their whole game. They'll turn your freedom into fucking shame. Randomity, yeah, that's pure chaos, bro. But Hubbard made it real, then made it flow. It's word fuckery, verbs to noun, semantic disease. Hubbard's playground is Scientologies. No room for maybe, just certainty, please. He's selling you chains in the form of belief. So when they talk rightness, isn't this and static? Don't let them fucking control you, it's all automatic. They're selling you meaning, packing it tight, man. Don't get caught in Scientologies, it's a fight.